Hey, it's John here from John Still Runs. I've been enjoying wearing my new Garmin Venu 3 over this last week or two. It's been really nice. I did have, and I still do, my Garmin Instinct 2S. So, what do I like about my Venu 3S over my Garmin Instinct 2S? It's a shame I can't compare my Venu 3 with a Instinct 3, but I wasn't about to buy two watches. So, the Venu 3, there are 8 things that I like, and possibly only 2 things that I possibly think the Instinct 2 is better at. We'll get to those. First of all, let's go for a bit of a walk. Down there, back again as I compare the two watches. Well, I guess you could say the first thing I like, it's less chunky than my Garmin Instinct 2S, and that probably makes it a little bit more comfortable to wear, particularly at night in bed. When you roll onto it, it's not so lumpy as the Instinct 2. But having said that, though, there is something nice about the Instinct 2's chunkiness. It's very durable and robust. But I think you'll agree, it's a nice looking watch. The second thing I like about my Venu 3 is that the watch face, although apparently slightly smaller, I think is actually bigger. When you look at the Instinct 2 there, you can see that it's really just a small square face inside that circular rim. So I think on the whole, my Venu 3 has a bigger observable face. And I also like the screen. The screen resolution seems to be clearer. And I like that the font can be made slightly bigger on the Venu 3. That's certainly not possible on the Instinct 2. And not only is it seem brighter, but I think the AMOLED display, my heart rate is 88. The AMOLED display seems brighter as well, brighter and clearer than the LCD display of the Garmin Instinct. So another thing to like. And the watch itself has another good feature, and that is has a rather large internal memory, 8 gigabytes I think, which means that you can store music on it and play it through its speaker, actually, which plays some music, and I've tried it a few times, and it's a little bit tinny, I guess you could say.
Lap pace 10:23.
Oh.
Heart rate 37%.
Heart rate 92.
Well, that was interesting. For some reason, the feedback came through not only my phone, but also the watch itself, the watch speaker and the phone speaker. I don't know why that's happened, because previously I've just had my watch giving me my feedback, which by the way is another thing I like. I don't have to look down the watch. I can set it to give me feedback whenever every few minutes or every 10 minutes or so. I think I've had it set on 4 or 5. And it just saves me looking down to see my heart rate, which is a number that I'm really interested in. Which brings me to the next positive. I think the heart rate sensor, the next generation along which I believe the Instinct 3 does not have. Correct me if I'm wrong. This generation on the Venu has the latest heart rate sensor, and through my second last video, you could see how I thought how close the data was to that provided by the chest band I had of the Heart Rate Monitor Pro Plus. So I'm enjoying it. Well, I guess I better tell you the two things that I think the Garmin Instinct does better. One is it provides training status, which I believe the Venu does not. And because it doesn't provide training status, you can't access Garmin Daily Suggested. You can't access Garmin Daily Suggested workouts, which, as you know, is something that I used quite a lot over a good 2-year period. And I've really only stopped because I'm trying to do controlled training, much less than what Garmin Daily Suggested workouts is suggesting. So yes, that's one thing. It doesn't provide training status and therefore not Garmin Daily Suggested workouts, which would be nice to have, but not necessary now. And I guess the only other thing that I feel the Garmin Instinct does better is that the Venu doesn't allow a lot of data fields. Other way, this one, during an activity. So fairly limited. I think there's about 3 different that you can manipulate a bit and provide 1, 2, 3 or 4 compartments on those data screens, but only 3 data screens in total for running on the Garmin Venu 3. So they're the two things that I'm not so happy with. But small things for me now as I concentrate on exercise to help my health, and not necessarily not to make me a faster runner. That's over now. I'm 65. I've had my day of some faster running, and now it's about staying well and enjoying life to the maximum. And that's what I'm doing. I'll catch you later, guys, for the next video. And if you're wondering about the missing like 8, well, it's got to do with the speaker. In particular, you can take a phone call on your watch. And I've done that a couple of times. I'd like to record one so you can hear the sound quality. So it's a bit of a mixed like. It's not all good. I'm going to make it the content or the topic of another video, the quality of the call and the music that comes out of the Venu 3S. So that's all for now, and we'll catch you later.